Hey guys, it's Lou and welcome to the channel if you haven't been here before. Today I'm going to be doing a quick review of Risk of Rain 2, which is currently in early access on Steam. When I first saw this game, I was comparing it to Dead Cells because that is another roguelike game. However, it is completely different, and if anything, I would say it's more like Destiny. Also, when starting out, this game was a little confusing, so in this review, I'm also going to be including some game mechanics and other things that you may need to know so that your transition into your first game will go a little smoother than mine did. Risk of Rain 2 is the sequel to Risk of Rain, and if you aren't sure what it is a roguelike third-person shooter that you can play with your friends. So it has a multiplayer mode, but don't worry, you can also play it by yourself. Risk of Rain does stay true to the original, in where you're playing as a surviving member of a crashed cargo ship. On this planet, you have to survive and pass certain trials in order to progress to the next world or level. Since this is a roguelike game, every game will be different with randomly generated environments, monsters, bosses, items, and much more, which you'll see as you progress through the story. If you die and have to go back to the beginning, it will not be the same as the first level that you started out in. When it comes to boosting your abilities and effects in the game, you actually get money from every mob that you kill, all the enemies, and you save that up and you can open up chests to get abilities that won't stay the whole time that you're playing, but they last for a certain amount of time throughout. You can get something that will help you heal while you're fighting, or you can get better weapons and also some really good buffs. Since Risk of Rain is a roguelike game, you cannot progress in the game if you die. If you die, you're going to start from the beginning once again. And even though this does get frustrating, you can at least unlock characters if you complete certain milestones throughout the game. This will also be shown to you in the main menu, so you can see what you need to complete in order to get those characters that you really want to unlock. As a person that doesn't normally play first-person shooters on PC, the shooting in this game is very seamless. It is very easy to aim, and I feel like the developers of this game really made it so that the mouse moves exactly how it should. It's not too sensitive, but it also doesn't lag at all. And another thing is, it's not a very graphically intense game, even though I do feel this is absolutely beautiful. I love the art style, but since it's not a very graphically intense game, the FPS is very high and it makes it so you don't experience any lag while playing, which is very important for a first-person shooter. Now, one thing that I truly did enjoy was the 4-person multiplayer. You can find a group of people online and you all join together. This is really a good way to get an idea of what other characters can do, so you can keep in mind what you really want to work toward when you're progressing throughout the game. And something really funny about the game is when you die, in the chat they put some really funny stuff like LOL, get wrecked, or you died in a very painful way. I guess I may just be one of those people that enjoy the little things, but I thought this was a interesting and funny way for the developers to make fun of your lack of skill. The majority of my gameplay in this game has been in multiplayer mode. I do think that the multiplayer mode is pretty seamless. The only thing I would complain about is the loading times in the loading screen. It took about 2 minutes for us to actually enter the battle arena or the crash landing site, and I do feel like that was too long of a time to wait, especially for a PC game. On PlayStation, I am used to load times like this, but since PCs are a lot higher end of systems and have a lot more capability, I do expect the load times to be a lot shorter, and this was disappointing for me. To finalize this review, Risk of Rain is $19.99 on Steam. If you're looking for a roguelike game or even just a new first-person shooter, I think this is the way to go. It is great, the environment is beautiful, and I really enjoy how the mechanics are completely different from other games. Since you get money as well as experience from every alien and boss that you kill, you can use that to get buffs, upgraded weapons, turrets, and also health buffs that'll help you throughout the game. And I think this is a great way for a rewards-based system. I also like that these don't stay with you since you can change them up all the time and they do have a time limit. The only thing I would complain about in this game would be the load times. The load times do get very frustrating, especially since this is already a frustrating game. The last thing you want to do after dying and having to start all the way back at the beginning is having to wait for another 2 minutes to enter a match. Yes, this game is still in development, and that's why it's still in early access. Another thing that really bothered me was every time you died and left a match, you would have to send your friend another party request in order to join the game with them. Every single time. You would think that since you're already playing a game with someone that this wouldn't keep happening, but it does, and it is frustrating. In the end, I would suggest for you to buy this game. $19.99 will not buy you much better. And the graphics, the beautiful environment, and the seamless shooting makes for a great experience. I hope you enjoyed this review. This is my first time doing that, and I had a lot of fun, and I actually really enjoyed this game and may do some Let's Play videos on this in the future. Let me know if there's anything that you see coming out that you would like for me to review, and I will get on that. Thanks for watching.